I think I am streaming, as I try to do most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time for about an hour of TLC and tunes. Oh, my headphones are tied in a knot. I do all my own music except one song written for me. Most of it is modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping, some bluesy songs. I have a couple piano arrangements, and let's see if I'm actually live. Am I live? I am live. Hi, Whitney. my confirmation person. I am actually streaming. How are you? I'm back. I'm on a little bit earlier without so far a technical problem. I hope you're doing well. I'm feeling really good, which is nice. Happy to be of service. Hi, AJ. How are you? How's it been? How's it been going? I'm doing really well, Whitney, which is nice. Bullet points, let's see. I'm still just riding the high of that amazing protest, the No Kings rally. 7 million people in the U.S. Yeah, right? I know, with medical problems, it's like, that's hard to say that often, And yeah, I have some things I need to work on, but I don't know. I think I'm really feeling super grateful for my choir right now. It hasn't even been a full year since I've been involved. In fact, it's been since May. And I'm just contrasting this last year this time versus this year this time, and just what a lovely community thing that is. And we're going to start working on a slightly larger group version of One Candle, of a slightly different version of One Candle for our concert on November 19th. And I'm just excited about that. And the protest was so amazing. I'm just really riding the high of that. That was such an incredible thing. You know what? It says I'm live, but I'm not seeing. Wait a minute. I must be live because you're on, but on Twitch it's not showing. What? That's so strange. It's showing last stream. Says I'm live. Okay, well, if I click Stream Manager, it's showing. I'm definitely live. I know. Anyway, how are you? I hope you are doing well, or at least okay. Thank you. I've got this interesting scarf. Is an interesting combination of colors. They aren't usually seen together, but I tried to make it work with my outfit. We've got brown. Of course, there's kind of white in the background, but brown, orange, and blue. What an interesting combination. So I've gone with it. I've got brown. I don't actually have much brown going on except for in the scarf, now that I think about it. Sort of some brown hints in my clip, orangey brown. And I have navy blue pants and a navy blue sweater on top of an orange shirt with a navy blue bra thing. It's giving sunset. Okay, sunset vibes. All right. Yeah, sure. That could be sunset on the ocean. 'Cause blue. Yeah, I'll go with that. Or in the sky. Dark blue as it's starting to get really deep into sunset. Maybe just post sunset. Anyway, tell me how you're doing, and it's okay if you say okay. But did you get to see my Facebook post, Whitney, about the protest and also the event later that day, the choir's karaoke friend raiser, i.e. raising money through friends and family. At the very last video, a very last picture video in the list is Keegan singing. How am I? Isn't that so funny? Did you get to see Keegan's, did you react specifically to his video? Did you see him singing Rainbow Connection in Kermit's voice? Everybody who's seen that has just, I've I've told a number of people to go take a look at it. Isn't that just amazing? We got to see, is Keegan going to join us? Because he was planning to join us. He'd like to see that. Let me see. We're discussing your performance of Kermit of Rainbow Connection. Come along. Okay, bye. All right. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Back to the stream. All right. Let's do a song. So here's, gosh, you know what? Did I even write down? Actually, I didn't even write down song ideas for today. Gosh, what were the ones I did at the end last time? Because I didn't even write them down. I didn't write down all the songs I did. Let's see. Let me go see. Do you guys? Oh, you weren't there at the very end. Oh, I must have done TLC because I took off my guitar. I did do that one. And we did. Wait.
I love that way.
Oh, I Want to Live Before I Die. So I must have done I Want to Live Before I Die. I like to track these, as you know, because that helps me not sing the same song over and over again. Although we do still do that with a few songs, don't we? You're doing okay. Today has been productive. Always find myself trying to find an even balance, but you're hanging in there. Yeah, productive can quickly turn into either toxic stress or a feeling of frenzy. But it also can be, if it's right on the mark, if it's not too hot, not too cold, it can be so. Well, you know what? A friend of an associate, I guess, of my son Elliot. Yes, that works. It's wonderful. It's so meaty. There's a lot to dig into. Made a point that there's a strategy. I don't know. I mean, this is playing telephone. I don't know exactly how he put it, but this is my own version, that a good strategy when it comes to deciding the order of things to do is to do things, to start off with some simple tasks that are easy to complete, because you get that dopamine hit, that feeling of that goodness, the feeling of feeling good in a generic sense, which then can get you motivated to do the harder things. I love that scientific way of putting it, the analysis behind that. Just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So looking at it's been a long time since I've done I'm So Done. I always take that as a good sign. That means things are going well. Let's see. It's been a while since we've done Sad and Sweet Memories. How I Want to Be. I'm just going to list the ones it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done Income Inequality. Yes, I love that. I love it too. It's been a while since we've done No Worries. Well, not that long. It's been less long, but sometime since we've done Judgment Free, A Reason Why. I'm torn in many different directions. What do you have a request, Whitney? The thing that's been the longest since we've sung is Income Inequality. Let's just do Income Inequality for now. It's been the longest. That's the one that's been the longest on. And actually, it's kind of on my mind. I've been thinking a lot about the diversity, equity, and inclusion, why that's so important, and how we can accomplish it in the fairest way. Because a lot of people, their complaints are, well, when you favor a disadvantaged group, then you're just disadvantaging other people. And I get that. I mean, I think it's probably worth it, but I think it is interesting to brainstorm. How can it be done in the fairest way possible? Kermit the Frog. He loves science too. All right, I'm going to put on the right text setup. Let's see. income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. The irony that's plain to see in studies of a rich country's society. Equality helps even the most wealthy with better public care. From A to Z for income equality, can't set us all free. From income inequality, yeah, that's an interesting thing, Keegan. Income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. By nearly every measure we can read, from trust to obesity, mental health to life expectancy, all are better off we see. Even the most wealthy for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. Oops, I messed up there. That's all right. By nearly, did I already do by? I'm distracted. I gotta focus. By nearly, forgive me if this is a repeat. By nearly every measure we can read, from trust to obesity, mental health to life expectancy, all are better off we see. Even the most wealthy for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. And with research we can see, without financial worry, people volunteer freely, create higher quality with greater ingenuity. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. But then we would be surprised to see better fruit from an apple tree growing in the shade, punished so it will obey. People are the same, we know today. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. It's not about what he deserves, there's a reason for every single swerve. When people falter, they're in need, the solution is recovery. from income inequality. We must break free. Just imagine the possibilities with innovation flowing freely on without the massive waste we see from tracking time and money and punishing those in need for income equality. Can't set us all free. Thanks, Whitney. Keegan's. Yes, yeah, I feel like DEI and police reform are all bandage solutions that only partly address the symptom while completely ignoring the condition itself. The only long-lasting solution would be to abolish bias and prejudice in our culture as a whole. Love and empathy over fear and hatred. Yes, and I think that's a piece of it. And I think what I'm just realizing is it's very complicated and there's a lot to talk about. And I'm just feeling kind of sad that there's been this hard pivot amongst privileged white folks, basically, to just a segment of them, in the U.S., the controlling party at the moment, to just kind of pivot from that and to say, oh, it's all beep, And I mean, part of it probably does. Yes, we have attachment relationships by identifying sameness. And we're naturally guarded against things that are different. There's evolutionary advantage to that, and I think also just this is on my mind because you're not on Signal, but we just were having a chat in the choir that got a little heated about whether there needs to be a English version of one of the lines of No Nos Moverán. You read it, okay? So I don't want to get into that in detail here, but it just sparked my thinking around. It's an important topic, and it's ideally something that people who have privilege would feel comfortable discussing and not just sort of dismiss out of hand, because there's just a lot to learn and a lot to gain, I think. And I'm just sad that that's a thing. I'm glad it's not a thing in our group, but anyway. That's so true, Keeks. We're being massively introduced all the time to people that we would never have interacted with probably back before modern technology. All right, so that was income inequality. And let's see. Whitney, did you have any requests? Let's see. A pair of songs that I haven't done in a while. I've seen those kinds of arguments in liberal and leftist spaces. I'm so over those squabbles. The topics are important, but the way they're being discussed is needlessly adversarial and provocative. Yes. We have to be very careful of that. That's so true. That is so true. Yes. It's actually a very interesting, complicated. Hey, no worries, Ruthie. It's always a pleasure to have you whenever you are able to hop in. So good to see you. How are you? How is your concert preparation stuff going? I'm preparing for a concert of my own. We're going to do a small group is going to do one candle, a different version of one candle for our concert, Peace and Justice Choir concert on November 19th. It's going well, yay, good. I'm glad. Enjoying your break still from TikTok? Hankering to get back? I don't remember how long you're taking that break. Yes, that's good. Let's do, I guess, actually, let's do How I Want to Be. That's kind of on point too. And to what we were just talking about. And it's been a bit since we've sung that one also, since I've sung that one. I was going to say it's not really we, but in some cases it is. I think you guys till November 19th. Wow. Wait, is that when your concert is? Our concert is November 19th. There is a subconscious bias in leftist spaces where people start to develop a moral superiority complex, which can in turn dehumanize anybody who doesn't agree or doesn't understand the same thing. Right? You've seen it too many times. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, anyway. We can talk more. I don't want to go too much into the details of that specific conversation in our group, but yeah, I get your general point. All right. Let's see. November 6th, so then you're taking some time off after. Do I see an evil man, or a man who's lost his word? Do I hear what's in his heart, or do I hear what his words say? Do I demonize you, or can I see through? I want to see the real you, 'cause as I think, so I do. And I wanna learn how to think of things in a way that helps you behave, Trevor. How to be in a way that I want to be. As a teen, I tried to meet my needs through judgment and anger. I screamed until my throat hurt and shed many a tear. But I've come so far, you see. I discovered empathy, passion for us both, a new way to be. And I learned how to think of things in a way that helps you be. How to be in a way that I want to be. And I love the road I'm on, frustrations of a young one. I'm over peace every day, so glad that I found my way. That I learned how to think of things in a way that helps you be. How to be the way that I want to be. How to be the way that I want to be. I want to be that I want to be. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, that kind of stuff stretches you out because you always feel like you're walking on eggshells. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. That's how I was kind of feeling, seeing that. I was like, ooh, I am not chiming into that. I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Anyway, so let's see. Did that one. Trevor, how are you doing? And Ruthie, I don't know, did I get to really hear how you're doing? I'm not sure I really did. Not sure I really did. Thinking maybe back home in Michigan. How was your trip overall? What were some highlights? Trevor went to TwitchCon in San Diego. I did? Oh. Well, let me scroll back. You said I'm fine. Okay, I got you. Okay. Oh no, was it stressful getting back home? Keegan says it's most definitely the reason so many people moved to the right, because so many privileged folk felt alienated by the language used on the left. Oh, so interesting. Yeah. I really think there's something there for what you're saying, for sure. For sure. A lot more we could talk about. That sounds like you had a hard time getting home, Trevor. Oh no. Definitely had those trips where it's just a nightmare, like one thing after another. The leaves are starting to change color now. Oh yay. I'm really enjoying this change of seasons right now. We're starting to get a little cooler and got the pumpkins. They didn't grow very well. They're very small. I grew pumpkins, but they just didn't turn out well. Where you are, yeah. Your flight was supposed to leave at 10:30, and without telling us, they changed it to 10:06. And there was no way you were going to get there in time. So we canceled your flight, weighed our options. Eventually, Auburn was like, let me just buy you a flight using my Southwest card. It's no biggie. But we were like, what? Oh my gosh. So Trevor, that reminds me of a recent flight my husband took. Your situation sounds even worse. His flight was scheduled for, let's just pick a time. Let's just say 4 p.m. And then it was delayed until like 7:30 p.m. So he was like, oh man, he would have had plenty of time at the airport, but he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to go hang out at the airport for 3.5 hours. Why would I do that? So I'm going to go, it was a work trip. I'm going to go, he took some tour somewhere. He went to the pier nearby. I think this was actually in San Diego. And he hung out and stuff like that. And then he happened to glance, he was kind of trying to estimate, well, you know, how much more time does he have to burn? And he happened to look at his phone or his watch and he saw, oh my goodness, they rescheduled the plane back for the time that it originally was scheduled, or something very close. And he was like, oh my God, I'm not sure I'm going to make it in time. And he just burned rubber like crazy. He ran all the way from wherever he left his car. Like he ran like he's never run before. And he and a few others ran up to the gate, and they had just closed the doors 10 minutes prior to takeoff and said, sorry, we can't let anyone in. It's 10 minutes prior to takeoff. That's our rule. And you might imagine people were really angry. Let's see. Let me go. Wow, I've got a lot of things written on since then. Yeah, you reacted well. That's crazy. Yeah, he was really upset. I think he had to take a really late flight, and he had done a lot. He had done some shenanigans to like make the earlier flight work. He was going to spend the night, and it turned out all for naught. And he got home like at 1 a.m. He was so upset. Words like white privilege get thrown around, and while it's very much a real thing, I think a change in wording would have been better. Because if white privilege is invisible from above and obvious from below, it shouldn't be considered a privilege at all, rather basic human rights that all should enjoy. Wow, that is interesting, Keegan, because that is something that a friend of mine said. I won't say their name, but in a similarly insightful way. She was super nice for doing that. God, that's crazy nice, Trevor. We got a flight for noon and still got home earlier than we were going to. Oh, wow. That's okay, Keegan. I appreciate you're giving this a lot more thought than I have. It's just coming into my radar right now. We're discussing the concept of, white privilege, DEI, equity, inclusion, and I was just realizing it's coming up in a circle that I'm in, and I'm just realizing how sad I feel that it's a complex and interesting topic and something I think we all could learn from. And I'm sad that it's become so polarized and just dismissed entirely by a certain quadrant of people, because I think there's a lot we have to learn, and it would benefit us all. But it can be discussed in a very polarizing way, as I think Keegan was pointing out. Overall, though, the trip was really nice. You got to see some people you haven't seen before and some old friends. That's so great, Trevor. I'm so glad you make that a regular routine. That's such a self-care thing, I'm really glad you're able to do that. That's really, really cool. One of these times we got to see you. Nuanceless conversations on Twitter, full well the art of talking past one another. Yes, I'm sure you do, Keegan. And I'm sure you've also learned how to avoid that like the plague, right? You don't have to worry about anything when you're out there. Yay, that's so great, Trevor. Yay. Aw, and how nice of Auburn to make up the difference in what needed to be done to solve the dilemma you guys were in. Was that Southwest? Because it was a Southwest flight that happened with Patrick. He was so upset. And the woman said, if your flight is ever delayed, you need to wait out that time at the airport, no matter how long it's been delayed. Because she said often, especially if it's been delayed a long time, they'll try to find another plane and they'll reschedule it back. So something to keep in mind. That doesn't sound like that's quite what happened in your case, but that's what happened in Patrick's case. It was JetBlue, okay. Your flight home was Southwest, the one you actually ended up taking, but the original one that got screwed up was JetBlue. You drove you around all week. That's so cool. All right, guys, are we going to sing any other songs? I don't know. Maybe not. That's okay. Oh, you know what? I thought I had done When. You know what? I'm going to do When in Doubt, Wait. Just to pick something. And I wouldn't mind doing that one. That kind of applies to the conversation we were just talking about. When you sense a hot topic being discussed in heated terms, maybe hold back from getting involved. Or at least be very thoughtful about how you do so. Sun on the Sea? Okay, you know what? We just did that one yesterday, but maybe, I know, a little music. Maybe it is, Trevor. You miss sunsets? Oh. Did you used to live in a place where you, I didn't mean yesterday, you're right. I meant the last time we sang. Sunsets. Why do you miss did you used to live at a place where there were better sunsets? When you're saying I miss sunsets? Monday, yes, you're right. Somewhere along the line, my daddy told me, when in doubt, don't is the best policy. And as time went by, more and more I could see. Waiting to be sure was for sure the way for me. So I said, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. Take your time. Let yourself be great. I found getting in was easier than getting out. So I just said no when I had any doubts. So I said, when in doubt, please just don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, choice will be great. And when I take time to calm my reptilian brain, I can I say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, the choice will be great. Thus, spotting all the pros and cons I can find, and connecting all the dots, it takes time. So I still say, when in doubt, please just don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, the choice will be great. Well, for years now, I've applied this theory and enjoyed the benefits repeatedly. So I still say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. Yeah, I say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, choice will be great. When you take your time, choice will be great. I gotta go back and I did not have my Twitch open, so I did not see those emotes in their full glory, but there they are. There they are, those beautiful emotes. Thanks, Whitney. So Ruthie's saying, now Friday is hard for me to hop on because of work. Just a heads up, guys. Okay, thanks for letting us know. No, I took beautiful photos of sunsets in my backyard when it's sunny outside. It's just so beautiful. Oh, gosh, you're lucky. Right in your backyard. Oh, we do not have sunsets in our backyard. We live in a very flat place. Sacramento is very flat. And in our backyard, we have, stuff all around to where you can't really see the horizon at all. So, let me just go back before I go forward here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Whitney says, I'm such a listener and take in conversations others are having. Well, you're when in doubt, wait, Whitney. It's probably not the worst thing. Being sure before you chime in is so much easier than trying to extricate yourself from a mess after you've stepped in it. So, I get it. Trevor, it was funny because remember when I said you got to San Diego and it was raining? Well, I got home last night and it was also raining. Oh no! That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Was it raining in San Diego? And then when you got home it was raining. Ugh. All right, guys, we did when in doubt, wait. I'm going to write it down. Or I guess... No, I already wrote that down. Okay, so let's think. We don't have a lot of time left. It's really quite something. It's quite something. We maybe have time for... You know what? I'm going to do a reason why. A reason why. It's about having a purpose. I'm feeling purposeful and filled with a sense of purpose. With just the protest that we just attended on Saturday and the one candle and performing, and it's just really been great. Plus separate things that are more intellectual endeavors, political endeavors that I'm also enjoying. Finding something that drives you, that can give meaning to your life, even if it's small, even if it's on the side, even if it's not the main dish in your life, is so important, in my opinion. Let's let's see, a reason why. We're going to pull that up. There it is. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. That's interesting. If I hit this track. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. All right. I wonder if I can delete all these tracks with one click. No, I cannot. I cannot deactivate them. I can, wait a minute, I can delete them. Rain, the first day you got there, yeah. You watched K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time last week. That movie is so good. Keegan, have you heard of that? I have not heard of that. I have no idea what that is. It sounds really interesting. Oh, is it animated? Wait a minute, maybe I did see something about it on a news thing. Let's see. Ooh. Vaguely familiar, okay. Tell us more about it, Trevor. Ooh. 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 No, I think that's wrong. Something's wrong with that. Let's see. Ooh. 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 Control Z back. I can. Okay, guys, I'm going to use the old tracks because I did something really bad when I deleted the whole line of tracks. You'd have to see it to know what I'm talking about. And so we're going to use last time's tracks to sing the song because I'm not going to re-record them, that's for sure. Okay. That's fine. Nobody will know. So we're not laying it on fresh. Survivors know well when you're going through hell. You need a reason why. You had to reach the other side. Might not be enough when the going gets really tough, but to even try, yeah, you need a reason why. Yeah, you need a reason why. At times just to survive, but certainly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really want to fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. Could be one or two, could be three or four, could be even more. Whatever lights your life, one might be your family, a home or humanity, a career or hobby, or just the little joys in life you see. But you need a reason why. Hey, at times just to survive. Hey, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really wanna fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. The best reasons why they sweep you off your feet. And if you hold on tightly, they crowd out anxiety. They fill you with positivity. Are nearly irresistible, so fulfilling and needful. They make problems seem small, so you need a reason why. Hey, at times just to survive. Hey, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really wanna fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a reason why. At times just to survive, but certainly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really wanna fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. Woohoo! We're not laying it on fresh. That's fine, says Ruthie. Let's go. Go, Tiffany, go. Yeah. Thanks for the hearts, Trevor. We did it. We made do. They're exactly the same. Well, they're not exactly the same, but they're immaterially different. All right. Let's see. Wow, 12:20 almost. All right. This is our unprecedentedly low number of songs we've done, but we've had some good talks, so that's good. We've had some good chatting. All right. Let's see. You know, let's just do that Brand New Day. Oh, Sun on the Sea. You really want to do the Sun on the Sea? All right, we can do the Sun on the Sea. Let's do it. I think that's the first time we've done that 2 times in a row, and I don't know, maybe ever. But you know what? It sounds nice and relaxing. Let's take a walk along the ocean. If I can find it. What the heck? What's going on? What? Okay. What if I just scroll? That's probably easier. There it is. All right. So this will be our last song other than Train. The Sun on the Sea. All right, I'm going to put on a different text setup. The Sun on the Sea text setup, to be precise. I actually have one called The Sun on the Sea. Sure. Let's see, okay. I close my eyes and breathe in the salty air delights me. A girl's calling bites me. The crash of a wave excites me. A sound like a rain stick. I open my eyes to see a billion pebbles glittering as they pour
told the sun of the sea, told the sea of the sun, told the sun of the sea, calling to me. Along the shore I slowly walk, feeling each grain of sand, but my eyes are drawn back toward the sea, and all the beams reflecting. I turn and stare, mesmerized, as if in a trance, overcome by the beauty. I burst forth in dance with the sun of the sea and the sun, with the sun of the sea, dancing with me. Waves spreading over the sand, rolls and rolls of white silk, encrusted with pearly beams, tiny bubbles glistening. A big wave crashes on the shore, rushes forth to meet me. I stumble back laughing, it licks toes to greet me. The sun on the sea and the sun, the sun on the sea, playing with me. Soon I reach the tide pools, dreaming with life, green anemone shimmering, starfish clustering. Slow but sure I scale the rock, bare feet, bare hands, mindful each step to the top, to behold the ocean grand and the sun of the sea and the sun, the sun of the sea, dazzling me. Hard to see the rock jumps, the wave hits the foam, flies, a waterfall of diamonds pours down, the seal swims by without a sound. Soon the sun will go down, a loved one will come around to coax me away from the sparkling sea, while I look back longingly, back to the sun of the sea, to the sea and the sun, to the sun of the sea, calling to me. Back to the sun of the sea, to the sea and the sun, to the sun of the sea, calling to me. Back to the sun of the sea, to the sea and the sun, to the sun of the sea, calling to me to die. dance with me, to play with me, to dazzle me. It's where I long to I'm so glad Whitney makes you think of your favorite beach and beautiful memories. That's awesome. Me too. Me too. I wrote it so that I had my beach in a bottle, my beach in a song. What happened last Monday? You were frozen, then I ended up, you were surprised. Yeah, I don't know. I did have a message from Restream from the very start of my stream saying thank you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for the emotes, Keegan, also. And the clap-plaws and the beautiful comment. Lovely. Yeah, it was really, I don't know. There was a message on my Restream that said something about AWS, which is, I guess, Amazon's internet service. What don't they do? That's another topic. Was having troubles, and so Restream was having troubles. And I don't think that's what it was, because my whole computer froze, so I don't know. I don't know if it was that or if it was some other thing, but that's what happened. My whole computer froze mid-stream, and I had to restart my whole computer. It was a huge Amazon Web Service outage, or probably what it was. Maybe, yeah. It was such a bummer, because I had also had trouble getting on, as I recall. So that was a challenging stream. Yes, goodbye. Also, are we early? We're actually not early. Let's do train. We'll take the train out real quick. But bye, Whitney. Peace, love, and hugs. Thanks for being here the whole time. So lovely. All right, taking the train out, or trying to. We always try to keep riding that music train, but the music train's going. But it will come back. That's the plan. Oh my gosh, 50% of sites were down? Holy moly, that's insane. Ugh. We need to be not so reliant on Amazon, just saying. We all love the music train, cha-cha, the train, cha-cha. I see a music train, it's going down the tracks. I'm afraid that it won't come back. I wanna take the music train, cha-cha, train, cha-cha. But it's going farther than my eyes can see. Hey there, music train, wait for me. I wanna keep riding the train, cha-cha, the music train, cha-cha. It's no use, it's too far gone. Now I'm just left here singing this song about the music train, cha-cha, the train, cha-cha, train, cha-cha, train, cha-cha. Thanks, guys, for all the emotes. I like fooling around with that song. It's fun to make it about a music train. I think that fits so well. Yay, peace and love to you too, Ruthie. Big hugs. Don't forget lots of TLC for yourself. Self-care, foundation of all you give to others. So grateful for you all. Hope to see you again next time, which is Friday. I know it'll be rough for you, Ruthie, so no worries. No worries for anybody if you can't make it, but just see you maybe Friday. Got you. But yeah, I come on most Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time for about an hour of TLC and tunes. Mostly modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but also some vocal looping, some bluesy songs, a couple piano songs, all my own music except one song written for me. Chat on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Tiffany TLC Music, and it will show up here. So all people, I can't even do that. I can't even do, what am I doing? What am I doing? I can't do that. How does that work? Up and down, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Bye. Until next time. Bye. If I can find the mouse. Here we go. All right. Bye, says Keegan. Bye, everybody.